great boobs too.
This is Skylar here with Vegas Live Sessions. We're hanging out at Inspired with Greg Michael Davis. How you doing tonight?
I'm well, how are you?
I am fabulous. We're super excited to have you play Vegas Live.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Yeah, I'm very excited.
Yay! Okay, so we're just going to jump right in. When did you start your musical adventure?
Well, that's a loaded question because there's two separate adventures.
Ooh.
I started writing music when I was roughly 8 years old. I was on my way to school and I heard a Coolio song on the radio called 1, 2, 3, 4, and I thought it was like the coolest thing I've ever heard in my life. I was always a very loquacious individual, so I got in trouble at school a lot. So I got put in the corner and there was a poster with a rhyme on it, like a poem. And I took the first 2 lines and decided to write my own lyrics to it, and I had a rhyme book next to me, so I was by a bookshelf in a poster. So I did very, very boring hip hop for a very long time. And then in 2012, I kind of had for lack of better terms, a reawakening, and I kind of decided to do things rather differently by, I guess applying more of my own personality, more of my own desires, more of my own inspiration to the music I make, as opposed to doing what I just had grown accustomed to doing for so many years.
When you go and play, do you ever get nervous before you get up?
I would think that if you don't get nervous, then you probably don't like it as much as you should.
That's so true.
So yeah, I mean, of course I get nervous. I think that the goal is to be as prepared as possible. Preparation is, in most cases, synonymous with confidence. So it's just a matter of being prepared. But I mean, I'm always going to be nervous.
When you're nervous, do you ever do anything to calm yourself down? Do you have any rituals or
I yell at Andrew and Ashley sometimes. But I mean, I do that even when I'm not nervous. So.
Well, so then there's not really much of it. When you write your music that you put your whole heart and soul into, do you have a process?
I call Andrew first. So my album is a bit of a collaboration effort with multiple people throughout the city. I'm not arrogant enough to believe that I can write what I want to write simply by myself. So when we first started making this record, I think the song that kind of started the whole entire transformation was a song that I did with my friends, Almost Normal.
Oh, that's awesome.
I remember when we first discussed the song was at the Hard Rock Cafe on the balcony area, and I was telling Andrew that I really wanted to write a David Bowie-esque song, specifically Fascination by David Bowie. And it ended up being absolutely nothing like Fascination by David Bowie. In that process, I found that I really loved working with people that I loved. So Andrew's been a big influence on the record. Ashley's also been a big influence on the record. I have a friend named Marlo who does a lot of the string arrangements. Pat Humley has been, behind everything, helping out. So it's not just me, but as far as just what I do, I come up with an idea, I sit on it, and then eventually I call friends.
That's
and
awesome.
Then work on it from there.
That's great. Collaboration is amazing.
Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
In your music, do you talk about a lot of the same things?
I don't know. I guess I've always worked throughout my whole entire life to maintain a certain level of individuality. So I think that I treat each record kind of that way, each song that way, that I want them to be original or individual in their own way, but I still want them to be something that's coalesced with the surrounding songs on whatever project I'm working on. I guess I don't like the idea of pigeonholing myself in the sense of am I going to talk about something I've already spoke about, or am I going to be unique here? Because a song isn't simply what you're talking about that makes it unique, it's everything else. So I could have a song that is on the darker side and talk about pretty much the same thing I'm going to talk about in a song that has a really bright horn section. So
that's interesting. Very cool.
So yeah, I don't really
that way.
Yeah, I don't really have a formula for what I'm going to talk about.
So what is currently on your playlist right now?
I'm listening to the 1975 album a lot.
Okay.
I'm really excited about the new Lumineers record.
Right on.
So I'm actually doing my best to not listen to anything that they release, because I plan on listening to it for months on end once it is released. I really got into Tame Impala last year with the record they released last year. I actually re-found my love for Sufjan Stevens. Sufjan Stevens has always been one of my favorite artists since 2000. I think it was 2005 when he released "Come On and Fill the Illinois," and So last year he released an album that I really liked. I listen to a lot of like indie rock. Like I don't listen to what people think I listen to.
Okay, so it's been awesome getting to know you as an artist now. I want to kind of have some fun, and if you're cool with it, I'd like to do a quick rapid fire round. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, let's go.
Awesome. All right, so favorite cartoon?
American Dad.
Least favorite vegetable?
We're gonna go with mushrooms.
Okay. Go to work naked or fall asleep for a full year?
I would work naked without even the other option.
If you could have a superpower, what would it be?
The ability to transport urine.
What?
Yeah, I think it'd be really funny that if I find somebody who really pisses me off, the next time he goes to the bathroom, I transport all the world's urine into his bladder. So it may seem like not a big deal, but 16 hours later, when he's still pissing, suddenly things are, a little hairy.
I feel like you've thought about this before, and I love it.
Yeah, I like that.
So I wish I had ended with that one, but eat poison ivy or a handful of bees.
That's two bowls of shit. I was supposed to choose. I'm gonna go with poison ivy.
Okay, I think that's a good choice. It's been awesome hanging out with you. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
It's been a really fun time.
Really tiny hands.
I do indeed. If you want to check out Greg Michael Davis, he's going to be playing with us Vegas live sessions this weekend, this Sunday night. Come check us out at Artifice. If you have any questions, you can visit www.vegaslivesessions.com. All of the answers are there.
Toodles.